All right, here we go. So let's review. Because we were going over long division. Sorry. All righty. So, yeah. Long division, right? Long division. What if you had a problem that said, okay. Yes, it is right. No, it's pretty. She's kind of excited about ancient Greece right now. Right. She's very artsy-fartsy, though. Very artsy-fartsy. It's a good thing. All right. Back to Algebra 2. What about dividing something like this? 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6 divided by x plus 1. What? Yeah, we're doing notes. Nope. Just continuing. What is this? Notes. What's wrong with that? We're missing a term, aren't we? Okay. We're missing which term? We're missing a term. Write that down. How do we fix that? Well, we fix that by rewriting the polynomial. You've already said we're missing which term? The x term. So what if I rewrote it as 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus something x plus 6? Folks, what does the coefficient of x have to be if it's not there? 0. Because if it were 1, of course, then the x would be there. But if it's 0, 0 times anything is 0, and then it kind of just drops out of there, right? So we got to put 0 as the coefficient of x, and we're still dividing by that binomial x plus 1. You guys on board? So if I get ready to do long division, then what goes, well, x plus 1 on the where? Outside or inside of the house? Outside. And then we're going to write 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 0x plus 6. You guys with me? How do you divide this for me? Real quickly. Do that on your own. This. All right, so x times what gives you 2x cubed? 2x squared, which has to go over the squared term, right? 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. 2x squared times 1 is what? 2x squared. And then my signs subtract, right on? So my 2x cubes cancel. What's negative 4x squared plus negative 2x squared? Negative 6x squared plus 0x, because I've got to bring down the next term, right? Then we go through the same process again. X times what gives you negative 6x squared? Negative 6x. All right, now go back through it. Negative 6x times x is negative 6x squared. Negative 6x times 1 is negative 6x. What do I have to do? Change them to their opposite. My 6x squareds cancel. 0x plus 6x is 6x. Bring down your 6. Same process again. X times what is 6x? 6. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 1 is 6. Change the signs. They're both positive. I want to make them negative now. What's my remainder? 0. So that means my quotient, my answer to this problem is 2x squared minus 6x plus 6, right on? Questions at all? Is this fairly easy? Okay. Now, do you want to do long division all the time? No. When you were little, you had to figure out how to do long division. And then, eventually, we were handed what? Calculators. Thank the Lord, right? Because we don't have to do long division anymore. We have our calculators. So there is another tool that we're going to use called synthetic division. And this will take the place of long division. It's kind of on the same order. We kind of do the same thing, but it's a little bit different, okay? Now, if I were to have, there are written instructions in your textbook that make absolutely no sense to me at all. When I read through them, I'm just going, what? What? So, you got to watch, and then we're going to do, okay? I need you to watch and absorb, and then we will do a problem. But if you were to look at, let's look at this problem. Let's look at 2x cubed, yes, minus 13x squared plus 26x minus 24. And we want to divide it by x minus 4. We could. Okay. Okay. Now, synthetic division is a different way to look at long division. Okay. Now, remember when we were given quadratics and you would have to find the zeros, and then we backed up and said, okay, if the zeros, now listen to what I'm asking. If the zeros of a quadratic are 2 and negative 1, what would the factors be? Say that again. X minus 2 and x plus 1. We were given the zeros, and then we turned them into their opposite, and we created factors, right? We're kind of using that same thinking, okay? We're going to look at x minus 4, which to me looks like a factor. Does it to you guys? So if we think that x minus 4 is our factor, then folks, what's our 0? 4, right? If x minus 4 is a factor, then what is its 0? 4. We take whatever it is, minus 4, take the opposite, it's positive 4, right? And watch what I do. I'm going to put a 4 in this little half box thing. And now I'm going to write all of the coefficients of my polynomial. And notice, do I have a missing term this time? No, I don't have any missing terms. If I did, what would I throw in as that coefficient? 0. That's why I did that problem first, okay? So I'm going to write all of my coefficients: 2, negative 13, 26, negative 24. Give yourself some space. Skip a line and draw a line. Okay, now check this out. I know, it's exciting. I see the smile on your face. It is kind of. I see you're getting excited. Watch this. Bring down the 2. Whatever that first coefficient is, bring it down. Okay? This is kind of cool. And then, folks, you're going to multiply. Check this out. 4 times 2 is what? 8. Guess where it goes? 4 times 2 is 8. Add down your column. What's negative 13 plus 5? 8. Negative 5. Yeah, watch the process. Now, go back to 4. 4 times negative 5 is what? Where does negative 20 go? Under the 26. And now what? Add down the column. What's 26 minus 20? 6. Now what do? Now I've got to multiply. 4 times 6 is 24. And then what? It's 0. Folks, I don't know why I do this. I draw like a double line there. Because what you have just done is this is my remainder. My remainder is 0. Now, I have to figure out what's my answer. What's my quotient? Okay? Question? Or are you going to tell me the answer? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got to go back up here and I got to go x cubed. This is kind of like a think line for me. Okay? I'm just thinking here. You don't have to write this. I'm thinking. I got to put my thoughts on paper. X cubed, x squared, x constant. Okay? Remember in the long division that we always put our first part of the quotient, bless you, above the next term, right? This started with a x cubed, but we put our answer over the next term, which was x squared. When I look at this and I see that it's under x cubed, I've got to remember that I got to bump it back, and my quotient becomes 2x squared, because I'm bumping it back. You tell me the rest of it. Minus 5x plus 6. That's my quotient. Could we have done that problem long division? Yeah. Would it have yielded the same answer? Yeah, but it's a lot less writing. This double line thing, that's a hope thing. That's not a textbook thing. I don't know why I do that. There are just certain things that I do, but I am keeping my remainder separate. Okay? Just kind of one of those little quirks of my mini. What do you think? What if, let's do one with 0 again, and then we're going to work one where you do have a remainder. Facile or difficile? Ah, it's not weird. Just a different way to think about it. Don't be hating. Don't have a closed mind yet. Okay? We're ready for the next one? All right, so example, dose. I want you to use synthetic division to find x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x minus 4 divided by x minus 2. You do that one yourself. What number goes in the box? 2. Does everybody understand where we got the 2 from? That's right. It's all, you put the opposite in the box. Put the opposite in the box. What are my coefficients that I'm going to run across here? 1, -4, 6, and, okay, we got 3, 2, 1, and 0, so I'm good to go, right? Because x to the 0 is 1, and -4 times 1 is -4, okay? Remember, anything to the 0 power is the number 1. Here we go. Draw your line. What do I do? You talk me through this. Bring down the 1. What do I do? 2 times 1 is, talk to me, 2. -4 plus 2 is, 2 times -2 is, 6 minus 4 is, 2 times 2 is, add down your column, 0. So my remainder is 0. What's my quotient? I've got to think. This is x cubed, so my 1 has to be what? 1x squared minus plus. How many of you got that as your quotient? Hands up. Very good. High five. Boom. Questions at all? Now, somebody had a question. Oh. Guys, are you cool with that? Yeah? Somebody said, what if? What if what? Remainders. How do we deal with them? We kick them to the curbs, what we do. We forget about them. Elbow drop them. Yes. Fun times. Yes. You just went, yes. You got your brass knuckles with you? Don't tell. All right, here we go. All right, so we've got, let's figure out what to do when we have a remainder. 4x to the fourth plus 2x squared minus 4x plus 12 divided by x plus 2. Now, I'm going to just ask you, what? We got to put a 0 in there. Why? Because what's missing? The x to the third power is missing. All right, this problem has a twist, okay? The x cubed term is missing. Now, Harkey, what do I put in my box? I got to put a -2 in my box because I have +2. So we got -2. Now be careful. What are my coefficients that I'm going to write? Everybody talk to me. 4. Thank you, everybody. Did we take into account the x cubed term? Yeah, that's where that 0 is. Folks, divide and see what you get. All right, here we go. I'm going to use screen because we are only now, what is today, the 16th? Wow, we're less than a month away. No, we're not. Yeah, I know. All right, so 11th. December 11th. No, in our dreams. Our SOL is the 11th. Hold up. Bring down your 4, right? -2, listen. -2 times 4 is? 0 minus 8 is? -2 times -8. 2 plus 16 is 18. Shut your faces. Love you. -2 times 18 is? -36. -4 minus 36 is? -4. What? That's right. -2 times -40 is +80. Her weird line. Not what? 92. What the crap? That is a big old remainder. Remainder. It is. Wow. Here we go. What? What do we do? First of all, my 4 goes with which term? All right, because this one's x to the fourth, so 4 has to be 4x cubed minus 8x squared plus 18x minus 40, and then what do we do with the remainder? This is what you do with the remainder, folks. You take the remainder, which is 92, and it's positive, so we're going to take plus 92 divided by the divisor. The divisor. Wild guess. What's the divisor? X plus 2 is the divisor. Okay? As odd as that looks, that is the correct answer. Okay? Now, here's my suggestion. If x plus 2 is the divisor, then what is that polynomial called? Divided. Dividend, you ding dong. And how do you deal with the remainder? You take the remainder You add the remainder. Oh, let's do it this way. Let's take this to the bottom. We have the quotient plus our remainder over our divisor. That's how we deal with the remainder. Okay? Yes? From band. I'm never crazy. What are you talking about? You guys are always out of control. Here we go. 6y to the 4th minus 8y cubed plus 12y minus 14. Stop talking. Divided by y minus 2. Go ahead. Get to it. Okay. What goes in the box? That's right. 6, negative 8. Ah, very good. Y0. Because I'm missing the y squared term. 12, negative 14. Right on? Here we go. 6, 12, 4, 8, 16, 28, 56. Okay, 32, 42, 42. See, I didn't draw my lines. That's why I couldn't calculate it. And for me, if this is my y to the 4th, then that means the 6 is 6 what? Y cubed plus 4y squared plus 8y plus 28 plus 42 over, can my board be any louder? Questions? How many of you had that? Right here. Right here. This guy. Awesome. Okay. Questions at all? Everybody good with this, right? What else? Because there's got to be another little twist, right? Notice something about all of your divisors. Look back at every one of your divisors. They've been binomials. What else? Oh, what? What? I don't know. Talkie, snowman. Talkie. Shh. Mr. Talk. I don't need to snow. Listen. What's been the common thing about the divisors? Say it again, Anna. The leading coefficient every single time has been 1. So, what happens when? The leading coefficient of the divisor is not 1. What happens? No, you do not cry. You will not. I will not allow you to do that. Because if you cry, then I'm going to cry. And I don't want to do that. All right. Check this out. Write that down for me. Yes, I can. But if I do, you will not be able to read it. No. No. It needs to snow. What would you do? What do I need my leading coefficient to be? What do I do, Italian? What do I do? No, you're warm. Warm. It's like the spot in the lake that you swim through, and it's like, ooh, and you keep swimming. Y'all know that spot I'm talking about. Now, who's been there? Oh, say what? Oh, here we go. I distracted you with the lake story. Sorry. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though. Or even in the pool. Oh, that's even worse. How do we get the leading coefficient equal to 1? We're going to go through and divide by that leading coefficient. And folks, what I do to one thing, I got to do to everything. Everything. Check this out. Okay? We have to divide everything by that leading coefficient. Okay? Now, the one good thing about this is that all of our coefficients of the polynomial are what? They're even. Whew, thank goodness. Except for the 1/2 thing, and we can deal with that. So let's rewrite, okay? All we did was we went through and we divided every single term by our leading coefficient of the divisor. This is going to give us 2y cubed minus 3y squared plus 2y minus 1/2. We can deal with that. Divided by y minus 1/2. You with me? What goes in the box? Who? 1/2. All right, let me move that up. So 1/2. And let's write, we got 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're good. We don't have to put a 0 in there. So I've got 2, negative 3, 2, negative 1/2, right? Here's where you may want to get your calculators. This is not difficult. Okay, bring down your 2. Folks, what's 1/2 times 2? 1. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. What's 1/2 times negative 2? Negative 1. And if you don't believe me, put it in your calculator. 2 minus 1 is 1. What's 1/2 times 1? 1/2. And our remainder is, yes, 0. Hallelujah. Now, I got to put my thinking box up here. I feel like who did that? Oh, thinking chair. Blue. Blue had a thinking chair, right? Steve had the thinking chair. Oh, I'm not a big fan of poo. I'm sorry. I never was. Here we go. They ruined it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Hey, what's your quotient? 2y squared. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Go. Plus 1, is that it? Nope. We're done. We're done. That's it. That's all we have to do. Polynomials. I don't know what you're talking about, no stinking cartoons. Here we go. Folks, evaluate P of negative 4 if P of x is equal to 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 6x minus 4. I want you to evaluate P of negative 4 if P of x is equal to 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 6x minus 4. I want you to evaluate, simplify, solve, whatever. Give me an answer for that. You don't need me to tell you what to do because you've done this before. Okay? All we do is substitute, folks. That's all. We just substitute. Anywhere we see, well, look, when I write this, What have I just replaced with the negative 4? The x. So everywhere I see an x, I'm going to put negative 4. That's all. Okay? That's all we're doing. Negative 4 to the third power. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Positive 16 times negative 4 is negative 64. Yeah? Minus 2 times negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Can I put negative 24 there? Because 6 times negative 4, and y'all know how I'm about showing every step. 3 times negative 64, something big, 192. Negative 192 minus 32 minus 24 minus 4, yes? And then, oh, big, 224, 248, 252? Yep. Yes! That deserves, there you go. Y'all witnessed it. All right. It's just substitution, facile or difficile? No. One more. Shh. No. Here we go. Last one. C. Lots of mo work. Go. I don't know. Here we go. I want you to find f of 2a cubed. If f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. Hey, don't let me trip you up on this. Do not let me do it. What are we going to substitute? We'll do this one together. Anywhere I see an x, I'm going to put a 2, and I got to move that right there. 2a cubed raised to the second power minus 2 times 2a cubed. Ooh, this is good because it's reviewing our laws of exponents. Hey, what's up with that 2a cubed quantity squared? What's that become? 4a to the 6th. Very good. 2 squared is 4. A to the third raised to the second power. Remember, multiply the exponents. And then minus 4a cubed. Yes? Plus 1. And then I get, what, a cubed plus 1? That is it. I was just testing you. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, can I do anything with that? Why not? Then we're done. Because they are not like terms. Right. Right. Are we done? Are we finished? Are we finished pour du jour? For the day? No. December 11th. We are done for the day. No. You're a funny guy. Ah, ha, ha. Workbook, let's look. All right, so you are looking at the following problems. Let's look at the workbook, page 70. Shoo-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Shut your face. Don't roll your eyes at me. I saw that. Don't. Here we go, page 70, number 5. I want you to do that, and then I want you to go. I know I'm recording. I know. Then I want. No. Dante. Please stop talking. Ooh, this is good. smiley face because I know you want the work. I can tell. I don't care. Hey guys, look at page 71 real quickly, please. Guys, when you're looking at page 71 in the workbook, the 3 of you that are listening right now and all 31 of you who will go back and watch this video, I better have 31 views on this video this weekend. I'm going to purposefully leave the comments open so you can say, she is awesome, yeah. No. If you look at page 71, number 10, I'm never going to let y'all leave comments on there because you will blow me up. Number 10 is just evaluating a value, okay, finding a value. 17, you're plugging in a variable. Same thing we just did just a few moments ago. And then 21 is taking us back to describing the end behavior, determining whether it's odd degree, even degree, stating the number of real zeros. Comprende? It's just a review. That's all. Just follow the directions on page 71. Page 70, folks, excuse me, I only want you to do synthetic division. Just synthetic division for 11, 17, and 23. 5, easy, okay? But it will review what we did 2 days ago. Psst. 11, 17, 23, synthetic division only. Comprende? All right, work on it now. You may.